Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun Diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun Diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses.
Hello there.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun Live. Thank you. Yes. Share the broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Maiyegun today. Also, right? Do not forget the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the humbled slaves, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, wherever you know, or wherever you see them, tag them. Yeah. Yeah. Read the caption of the broadcasts, digest it, and then relax and listen, because there's so much to share as always anyway, right? We'll start somewhere. Read it, share it, like, subscribe, and then relax.
And yes, we like
I will talk.
And yes, we like
Yeah.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àníyàn sọ́ra ní. Presido bá rúfin o. Àníyàn sọ́ra ní.
Those of you asking for a change of government, I am going to be polite. Shut up. That is Tifnumbu to many of you, but we'll get to that. Today in Abuja, there is an event that should have been a national event, so to say, and that is the conferment of national honors on the deserving Nigerians who have done great things, that have affected Nigeria positively, progressively. I mean, just anything great. Unfortunately, there are so many charlatans that their names were drawn up for this national honor. It's worthless. I mean, if you ask me, by the way. But again, there are people who actually deserve them in order not to just use one brush to paint everyone, okay? But there are some ridiculous faces there. And you'll be asking yourselves, what exactly did this person do? I mean, what exactly, what is that marvelous thing that this person did that affected your life directly? I mean, impacted on your lives. That's where the joke is, right? I mean, it's Nigeria. There's so much of it that you can say they've made the country a joke. There is a national disaster currently in Nigeria, tearing lives apart, tearing homes, destroying everything on its path. And that is this issue of a flooding. I mean, I got some videos I can share with you, but this is not in any way in the first burner of any of those rogues, those in charge and those who wants to be in charge, especially Tifnumbu, that has made himself so comfortable, so confident that when he speaks, you can see he sees himself as a waiting president. There is a national disaster, but they are partying in Abuja. Somehow, I managed to get a few pictures for these faces. I mean, like I said, even Buhari never said anything about this flooding that is killing in Anam, in Anambra. I mean, people are counting their losses now, including the loss of lives in Bayelsa, in Ogbaru, in Kogi. I mean, people have to move about right now in Kogi on speedboats or canoe. I mean, everywhere seems like, is, 2023 and 2023. I mean, fair enough. This was happening today, and I was asking myself, what exactly did this guy do to be given a national honor? A joke, right? Well, maybe that is that guy that is always clearing ways for Buhari whenever everywhere Buhari goes, yeah? The guy that is always clearing ways for him, like clearing road, arranging his seat and all that. The guy even got national honor too. And you'll be like, what exactly did he do? I mean, you should be asking yourselves. And you've been hearing about Tunde Sabitu. I mean, sorry, no. Tunde Sabiu. This is him. This is the guy. He's a multi-billionaire. Look at him. He's a very powerful guy. But you don't see much of him. But he's a very, very powerful guy. No thanks to Bokwari that upgraded him from a recharge card seller in Daura to be his secretary. Now, he's been given OON. I mean, ask yourselves, what do you think this guy really, did to, but it is what it is, like they said, clearing house. At the same time, burning and destroying evidence of all their crimes. Like you've been hearing, they have been stealing Nigerian crude oil for years. And Nigeria Navy, with all of the acquired, resources and their equipment, so to say, they didn't detect anything until they hired Captain Tompolo. No. Chief Naval Officer Tompolo, who then with his own eagle eyes started discovering loading points, loading bay of stolen crude oil. And just about 72 hours ago, he also discovered a stolen crude oil vessel, a vessel that came to take crude oil from those tap points, okay? A big vessel like that. I mean, that's an evidence. Now, every vessel that you see on the IC anywhere in the world and wherever they have been in the world, you can track them, just like you can track every flight from everywhere all over the world, as long as they are international. Some locals you can, but international flights, you can tell which plane is leaving from where to where and when is it going to land. You can do same for vessels too. Now they found one, which means they could easily say, wow, we finally found one with a stolen crude oil inside. Evidence. They can tell where it's been, to and fro, who are the sponsor, who are those who are taking the crude oil, and all of that stuff. No. We need to burn the evidence. Like the Korodu drug bust. Remember that too. They had to destroy evidence. They had to destroy everything that could link them to all the crimes they've committed. Just watch out for how they are going to try to want to cover up for the genocide they've committed as well. But it is them. National honor for crooks, national honor for court jesters, criminals, and enablers of everything that has befallen Nigeria today. In one of those moments, right, where they were calling the names, even Bokwari, as you are sitting down there wondering, like, eh? Bokwari was a bit shocked too. Look at this clip. It's a very short one.
And then we have Samuel Aboyeji.
You know, it was like, who is that one again? What did that one do to get national honor? Na APC. Egbe. So a lot of people are asking that Nigeria should tear apart and just let everybody go and do their own affairs. And as we have proven to you many times, that even those who are like shouting Emiloko and all, and they are vuselas everywhere, yeah, they were once those who told the truth once in their lives. That was before they were fed the agbado, and now they are spreading the virus. But today, I mean, yesterday in Abuja, you know, normally, right? Normally, let's be honest, okay? Maybe because I live in a more organized society, you know what I mean now? Like in this 2022, okay, you would expect that wherever you have political gatherings, yeah, where candidates running for offices are pretty much like, telling people why they are deserving. That means they'll be like touching all the issues that affects the people and the things that are, in fact, like Nigeria, there's so much, which means everyone that is coming to promise you hope, this, that, yeah, they must be able to tell you how they are intending to, I mean, bring about whatever they are offering you, which many of them couldn't do, and they still can't do. Other than if you follow, if you go to political gatherings here in the UK, you know, you hear the candidate talking about, for example, like, this cost of living crisis in the UK, right? Cost of living, it's going to affect everybody. I mean, your bill is going to go up. So somebody who is going to, and this is the time you need at least the support of the people who are leading your country, where inflation is killing you. There's possibility that I'm interested to continue to go up and all of that. All this will affect the standard of living. You get that now? I mean, maybe not for everyone, but a percentage of the population. So you will need people who have an idea of how these things affect you, right? To talk about them and provide solutions on, we're going to do this and it's not going to affect that or all that, right? In Nigeria, it's all theatrics. It's all drama and it is all acting. A bit enough like, what do you call it? Abuse contests, so to say. and all types of badadash, nothing. But it can be interesting sometimes when they begin to drop their jibes, their gaffes, and things that indeed gives you an insight into their hearts, what they really feel. You can hear them, apart from the fact that they have nothing to offer you. It's all emptiness, right? But you can also, through their charade, you can pick all they think of you. So, like I said, there is flood all over Nigeria. And I think we should even start from that part where you can easily see it, that why is this not a national declaration of a national emergency in Nigeria? Rather than doing that, they are now spending money, okay, to propagate falsehood, to propagate their usual blame game and others. But these are supposed Nigerians right now, that their own lives have completely been wiped off. I mean, you can make of this whatever you can. Let me share a few with you. In areas like Anambra, for example, they had this clip. Check it.
Every know the site, every site. This one no be say my thing na for real. And now we don't come now, we don't see them. So we don't they should happen already. No be say don't they happen, it don't happen already.
It don't happen already.
Okay. Oh yeah, Iba.
Back in mic.
You back in mic. You know yeah. You can go.
Not the gentle.
Not the gentle. They say million kalaga uru ya. Chuga any go. Na go any when I can I can be on ya. So nothing they happen.
Maybe governor guy.
Right, there are so many clips like that. Okay, here is another one. Let's see. Yeah.
Like this, they can go straight now. They can go straight now. Look, go straight. Look. Explore the flood. Flood exploration.
What? Chief, I agree. What else, cinema?
And that's not that, right? Like I said, I've got many. Let me show you another one. And there's more, even down to Kogi and all those areas. Check this.
Never building material for Jesus. Jesus, million local one can eat Pampamo. Jesus. Jesus. Problems you know go finish you.
out. Sorry. So if the audio was off there, don't worry. I was like showing you more. Okay, that was Onitsha there, right? So there's even more. Like I said, there's a particular one where on the street of Kogi. But I'll show you that. But check this one out.
Tono meio. Jeremiah. Sipila.
I mean, like I said, I've got a lot, okay, and I'm going to share them all just for this, for this shot tonight. Here is another one.
Foundation ya dị iwe na ọka dị n'elu nọ na window seat nye ka ọka nọ. Ọkwa ebunu a nọ side maka ya na
So you're probably asking yourselves that why is this not a national emergency in Nigeria? Out of the 36 states in Nigeria, 24 of them are experiencing this, and 11 are at the critical, I'm talking about critical stage, whereby the damages that has been recorded already, yeah, if the normal standard is to be put in place, there are hundreds of thousands of houses that will need to be demolished, structures that will need to go. You get what I mean? For safety reasons. I'm talking about, houses that are completely consumed, but they are telling you that, they may be telling you that it's because they didn't build their drainages, or it's because they didn't clear the drainages or the gutters, as you say. That is not completely true. You see that water. Let me show you another one. This is Kogi. This is a major road in Lokoja, the capital of Kogi State. And then maybe, I don't even know how they are still running their government in that state as we speak, right? I don't know. I mean, take a look. That's a major road in Lokoja. So they might have been, probably, they might be telling you lies, that it's because drainages are, no. You see, it's because the Cameroon government, they built a dam. This particular thing has been happening for decades, until 1982. When the Cameroonian government, right, figure out a solution and converted something that is an annual or seasonal disaster to something more beneficial to them. So they built a big dam. And they expected Nigeria to build similar dam, right? Not far from theirs, because normal, the water, the river will overflow. Whenever it's overflowing, right? The dam will have to release some water. When the dam in Cameroon release the water, Nigeria will receive this water. Huge amount of them, right? That means Nigeria will control the amount of this water that would have to flood down from this dam. They called the project Dan Ausa. I think Dan Ausa or Danse Ausa or something like that. That's the name of the project. Since 1983, that Nigeria has been saying they will build one. Till 2022, right? No idea. They have no plan. And that's Nigeria, typical, yeah? So today, they are now spending money to tell you that the reasons why the reasons why everywhere is flooded in Nigeria is because Cameroon always release this water. But what they are not telling you is that should I call it patry? Because some of this money that people can actually steal easily in Nigeria, and nobody is going to ask any question. I'm talking about building a dam, a huge dam in Adamawa to prevent this whole thing. Lives have been washed away. You know, investment, houses built, everything washed. And it's always like that every year. So spending about $2 billion in a space of a 5 years construction will prevent all these disasters that now runs into, tens of billions of dollars. Not just that, including the lives of innocent people. Ogbaru lost 72 people just one single day in a one single boat mishap when this flood was raging in Anambra State. They lost 72 human beings to that flood, among others who were picking up at their own. You know, people were sleeping. To tell you that why this is not a national disaster. Yeah. Sorry if the audio was acting up there earlier. Sorry. To ask you or to make you ask yourselves that why is this not a national disaster in Nigeria? People were sleeping in their homes. Yeah, people were sleeping in their homes when this flood came. You see those houses that have been submerged by water. People were sleeping inside. And I don't even know, like I said, why this is not a national emergency in Nigeria will tell you why insecurity is not really a national emergency in Nigeria, because every disaster that comes upon Nigeria, they are man-made, preventable. Natural disasters happens all over the world. But guess what? The human disaster that you witness in Nigeria from generation to generation, like I said, it is not new. Let me share with you. Somebody who is a senator has been a senator in Nigeria now for 8 years or 12. I don't know. I mean, from Anambra State was once at a scene or at a place where this same incident that happened now, that is happening right now in Nigeria, happened 10 years ago. You remember Stella? Let me go and look for that clip. Stella Odua. She was there to console the people of the Annam areas and all those places that suffered the same fate 10 years ago. 10 years after, another, even Obi, Peter Obi was there too. But it is Nigeria. Like I said, if Nigeria was a real country, or should I say, if indeed Nigeria is a real federating, a federal system, so to say, a federation, where federating units actually have, the right to, to govern themselves as it should be. Maybe 1, 2, 3 states would have contributed money for their own safety and prevented the consequences that the rest of almost 26 states in Nigeria would have to suffer every year. Maybe, just maybe. But 10 years ago, politicians were there promising them whatever it was. Obi, Stella, and the rest. 10 years ago. 10 years after, is happening. You know what? Next year it's going to happen again, and the year after it, and the year after it, and on and on and on and on and on like that, because it is Nigeria.
What we want is that people must leave, and they must feel the impact of government. In this kind of disaster, we need government presence immediately, and we are calling on all of them.
11 camps were created to accommodate the internally displaced persons, but many others from Kogi State ran and sought refuge in Anambra.
Every Nigerian is important to us. This flood is in Nigeria, and if anybody, no matter the state you're coming from, is here, we will look after you. So we'll make sure that they're looked after. I want to feed you well. We'll make sure you're giving food.
Internally displaced people, refugees. I mean, come on, man. In Nigeria, one place or one country, we are suffering from a drought, which is causing famine in northern Nigeria, and this is causing a mass migration that as they claim, is causing a serious others farmers clashes. But they removed kidnapping and other crimes. But I mean, in their book, one country. And in that regard, 10 years ago, and 10 years after, and 10 years from now, it will be the same story. But I'll come back to that again. Let's quickly go back to Abuja, where somebody probably have a solution, but a solution doesn't involve you questioning or asking for APC, to be kicked out. In their word, I mean, in his own words, Tifnumbu, listen to this, is the hope.
And give solace, pray to God Almighty to console those who suffer some disasters across the country in flooding, those who might have lost their lives, and many of them that are in hospital. We pray that God will heal. He is the healer. He will heal all of them. Let me say thank you to our men in uniform for the peace we have so far, the recent great news, the release of those hostages on Kaduna train disaster, and many that are still praying for release. Freedom is sweet. God Almighty will give you peace and freedom, and will give Nigerian peace and freedom. To you, the people, and particularly the women gathered here today, let me say one thing. Help is here. Hope is here. Assurance is here. Promise is here. Prosperity is here. Health is here. Security is here. Banditry has ended. Hopelessness is not part of our dictionary.
Amen. Amen. Hope is here. Amen. Prosperity is here. Amen. All of you who have been kidnapped. Freedom is sweet. You will receive freedom. God will give you freedom. Amen. Ayé yín ti ta pàwù. Ẹ kàn notice ni. In Nigeria, you have millions of internally displaced people. Like I was saying, one country. Boko Haram displaced people. IDP camp. One country. Military displaced people. In Nigeria, IDP. Fulani terrorist displaced people. In Nigeria, one country. Now, flood displaced people. IDP everywhere, refugee everywhere. It's worth praying, isn't it? They what praying for. Hope is here. I am your hope. I mean, I don't know how hilarious this is. It was their hope. I mean, he is their hope, he said. And, you know, there's a continuation, by the way. If you are not so bored listening to Kolu, I told you, there's nothing really to pick up, okay? It's just the vibes and inshallah, like this. Listen, maybe you can pick one or two things. I'm coming back.
Unity is here. Diversity is here. Prosperity is here. That's what we come to promote. A nation blessed deserves the reward. We, as Nigerians, we are not going to give up. The sign here, the sign on this cap is broken shackle. You break the shackle of poverty, break the shackle of ignorance, break shackle of destitution, break shackle of failures, break shackle of the people, break the shackle of destitution. God will bless us. We will break that shackle. We will succeed as Nigerians. In the last 8 years, it's been a party that inherited a troublesome nation under the weight of uncertainty. Then we preach change of government. Well, God has changed. Buhari took over. Took over the least, the lowest production, 400,000 barrels of oil. The worst pricing and the crude oil. But still, the very determined, focused person was able to bail out even 36 states of this country who are not able to pay salary, whose people were living in hunger. Give him a bravo. It is easy to forget. Very easy to forget the situation of the country then. Flags flying over several local governments in northeast, northwest of Nigeria. He promised, I will stop them there. I will restore hope. He renewed our hope. He did what he promised. He was prudent. It's easy to forget. That it take you hours and hours between Kaduna and Abuja and Ibadan and Lagos Road. But today, we are commissioning them. Our opponents spent 16 years they had forgotten that highway is an economy, that electricity is mandatory for industrialization. They don't even understand the power of transmission line, and there's a need for maintenance of it. They couldn't even make down payment on rhetoric. They are political party Jembulas. Political party of termites. If they say they want a change of government, just tell them, we like to be polite, but shut up your mouth.
Dear, I've been laughing. I don't know if you have been laughing too. I mean, somebody said that, let me see if I get that. Somebody said this in the comments.
It is smoky Igbo. It is taking India.
Somebody said that, why is he screaming? Why is he screaming like that? Like he's forcing himself to talk and all that. So let's take a look. Okay, that's their politics. Okay, just laugh. I mean, it's not so different. It's just that the only difference here is that in what do you call it? In 2015, yeah, it was a bit, or should I say, it was more energetic than what you have now. If you remember this,
we work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope.
We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
like is that scenes like that, you are going to have a lot of them on Maiyegun's there because I'm going to capture them. I'm going to share them with you. All gibberish. You know that, all gibberish. But sometimes they say that people who are who are suffering from dementia, okay, they sometimes lives in a painted world that is so different from reality, so to say. But you can't change their mind. And you can hear people back then shouting, party of termites, he called others. But should you want to kind of say, oh, I understand what he's saying. What he's practically saying there is that, PDP 16 years, okay? If not for Buhari, 7-8 years, Omo, una for don't see shege. That's what he said. That it was Buhari who came to save you from the ruins of the 16 years of PDP. That roads, they didn't construct. Rails, they are not interested. Even electricity, they couldn't give you for industrialization. That's what it was saying. But looking at him, as you see him there, is the hope, is the prosperity, is the, everything you want to see in Nigeria, because Bokwari has built the foundation. He is going to build on that foundation for all of you, including, as you are looking at him, Bantry Tree has also ended. All of you mocking Bokwari. You remember how many of you that are waiting for Bokwari to speak grammar? Abi, you go hear grammar. Tifnumbu in his memory, as you see him when he was still young, I mean, I don't know about you, but I can confess to this, right? I happen to be one of the, I happen to be the generation of the 80s, okay? I don't know what gen they call us, but from the 80s. So when I started reading and writing and being able to read properly, so you needed a dictionary, not like today that you all have phones and you can check the meaning of words on Google and everywhere. Back then, there was no phone, there was no internet. So for you to improve on your public grammar, it doesn't matter if you are speaking jargons, because majority of the people that are listening to you don't even understand what you are saying. But you just need to make sure that you set those grammars in a very good sequence, enough that it will be difficult for those who even understand those words to understand what you mean in a stretch without giving them their own meaning. You get that? So Tifnumbu and Gangan, I believe we probably picked that up from them. Yeah, we picked up, you are reading big grammar. Combustance, Nikompu, a simpleton, a this. I say, Baba, which one be a simpleton? I'm just saying that he is a very, very foolish person. Why you not talk as saying a foolish? Which one is Nikompu, a simpleton? And then all those ones, you grab them. So when Tifnumbu, all the fancy words back then, he crammed them. They are still there. They are still in the internal memory. The dementia never reached them. That's why it's using them today. And they are like a buzzwords. They call them buzzwords in the media world. For example, let me play you that again. I'll come back to it too. They are called buzzwords.
And give solace. Pray to God Almighty to console those who suffer some disasters across the country in flooding, those who might have lost their lives, and many of them that are in hospital. We pray that God will heal. He is the healer. He will heal all of them. Let me say thank you to our men in uniform, for the peace we have so far, the recent great news, the release of those hostages on Kaduna train disaster, and many that are still praying for release. Freedom is sweet. God Almighty will give you peace and freedom, and will give Nigerian peace and freedom. To you, the people, and particularly the women gathered here today, let me say one thing. Help is here. Hope is here. Assurance is here. Promise is here. Prosperity is here. Health is here. Security is here. Banditry has ended. Hopelessness is not part of our dictionary.
Absolutely. Now that banditry, they never enter inside the memory. You know, somebody don't help me too. Vocabulary, yeah. They haven't added banditry to his vocabulary. Just like when they were asking Bokwari about livestock. Sir, you have a bill. It's called the National Livestock Bill. So is this bill going to help? How is this bill going to help the people who are into livestock businesses and all of that? And they ask him, livestock. They're asking you about livestock.
Livestock.
Huh?
Livestock.
National livestock.
I will talk about it. He doesn't know. He doesn't. I think he doesn't know.
These are all directed at Mr. President. So corruption, yes, let me know. He can talk for himself.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I want Nigerians to give you another opportunity to do another 4 years. Why?
Well,
He doesn't know.
I think
No. He doesn't know. He doesn't know. It's not in the vocabulary. That's too much. Livestock. Awuso. They say livestock. He said awuso. Awuso. Awusoko. Ogushoni. So they haven't told that one. He said ban tree as ended. Now new word. There are many like that. But let's take a look at the gibberish it said. Yeah? Your economy. Put it this way, let's even pick that off the power. Power. For the first time, Omo, let's be honest too. Just being honest now, okay? Since, except if you are older than me. But since they don't born you, where you don't, they shout up NEPA, up NEPA, up NEPA in your life, and your children are shouting up NEPA now, by the way, even though they sold NEPA 20 years ago, I've been 15 years ago, I don't know, 20 years ago. But your children are still shouting up NEPA today. Since you don't, they shout up NEPA in your life. Be honest, too. Be honest, too. It thunder no fire you. Be honest, sincere. Since they don't burn you, you don't read them anywhere where they said that national grid collapse. I'm saying you should be honest. I don't expect you to be honest. That's why I keep repeating it. Because a lot of us here are hypocrites. Yes, you know yourselves. Hypocrites. Since them born you don't hear say national grid collapse. And today, even this year alone, Nigeria national grid collapsed 6 times already, and the year never end. Under this APC, Egbekegbe, Nigeria national grid has collapsed over 23 times. 23 times. Now, the people where they build electricity for the industry be that. That's what Steve Nombo is talking about. So, PDP didn't. I never heard of national grid collapse. I mean, I'm just being real. You may be kind of more current than myself anyway. The first time in history that the national grid collapsed, even during the Nigeria Civil War, the Biafra genocide, Nigeria national grid didn't collapse. The first time in history was in 1985. Guess who was in charge? Boko Haram as well. But I mean, if you don't sing your own praises, who else would? Who else will? Boko Haram has learned the art of war. Probably read or had people who have read a lot about the art of war. What do you call it? The game of power as well, so to say, the law of power, 48 laws of power. That's such a powerful, piece, by the way. They give themselves a pat in the back. Your industry are closing. Your businesses and they are closing down. And if you ask me, how did I know? It's because you also know it, but you are not so honest. I'll give you 2 instances to let you know that they have done more damages to yourselves, to everything you should probably own as a person right now than you would ever probably witness in your life again. Probably even worse, when Kolu, that said you should be grateful to Boko Haram, is in charge. In 7 years, they devalued your currency. Start with that. Your national grid collapse, it did not add a single megawatt to your national electricity today. They are praising themselves, modular refinery, modular this and that. They continue to give all these media propagandas, but in your real everyday life, you know the truth, don't you? You do. I mean, you do, but you probably don't tell. You've not improved on that. Businesses are shutting. Jobs are being lost. And when you look at the numbers of jobless people between 2014, 2015, and now, that should tell you that those who wants to pat themselves on the back for a job well done, they are just poking your nose, poking your eyes, and they are daring you. What can you do? Just shut up. You get that? Just come on, shut up. You should be grateful to Boko Haram. Over 80 million unemployed people. Jobless. Not just jobless as we speak. No improved skills. And the system deliberately kept them in that bracket for a period like the 2023 charade. I mean, come on, be fair to yourself. Enough. Be fair to yourselves and tell yourselves that these guys have done so much damages. Whether PDP, APC, whatever they blame themselves on. I mean, you are just the pawn on their chess table. And that is sad. It's a sad life. Seriously. I mean, you are just on your own. Well, not that you should expect anything from the world. Like my grandfather, taught me. It was like, this world, this life, this world owes you nothing. And I kept asking, but I never begged to be brought into this world. How dare the world not owe me something? But, as I grew older, I got to understand what he meant. The world owes you nothing. But your government does owe you something. Because it's their responsibility. And if the government turns around and shows that they owe you nothing, I mean, come on. What is now left in that system that you are clinging on to, if I may ask? Unemployment is at the highest. The economy is in red. And they're asking God to free you in the hands of terrorists. IDP camps are springing up everywhere. I mean, That's something that normally should get you hungry, that some people see them as nothing. Just be grateful that you are still alive. What is wrong with you? It could have been worse because they are not responsible for whatever is going on. And that is double jeopardy, so to say. It is double sadness. But maybe you don't see it that way because there is hope. There is prosperity. There is all this nonsense they are saying, but without any explanation. I mean, I remember when a pastor stood there in front of the people of Niger Delta. I'm talking about sometimes 5 years ago. It should be sometimes around 2017 and 2018. And it was after using that same destroyed, degraded environment, destroyed livelihood of the people in those communities, or because of oil exploration in Niger Delta. I mean, it's been a disaster for so long. They've killed people. There have been activists. I'm talking about activists who rose to prominence because they were speaking for the people of Niger Delta. The degradation, the dehumanization of the people of Niger Delta, the locals whose means of livelihood have been taken away from them by the disaster emanating from the greed of the gatekeepers of Nigeria. Oil exploration, gas flaring, gas, what do you call it? Crude oil thefts, spillages, and here and there. Marine life destroyed and completely, almost not to non-existence as we speak. I mean, come on. What else can you take away from people that Nigeria hasn't taken away from the people of Nigeria? I'm talking about that the owners, the gangsters, the cavalry of rogues and crooks who have been in charge of your destinies for decades. What is it that they haven't taken away? Yeah? Absolutely nothing left except your life. The one they work every day to shorten every now and then. I mean, look around you. All these are not in any way in their book of importance. I don't think all these I mentioned are actually in your own book too. Many of you watching me right now. I don't think they are. The people of Niger Delta at the mercy of the militants and their sponsor and the government that want to keep them safe, including their own environment. A pastor was standing before them 5 years ago, and he was promising them that Bokwari already approved, and in fact, contractors have been paid to help clean Ogoni land. Ogoni land. When they say Ogoni, Bere Ogoni, Bere Ogoni. And so then Kisarawe, wow, where they shout Bere Ogoni, Bere Ogoni. Today, Ogoni land and the disaster of Nigeria oil exploration and other places too, remain a cash cow for every criminal political organization in Nigeria, like the one which Pastor Ruga was part of them. He said, we have paid $1 billion. $1 billion. And we're going to clean Ogoni land in under 6 months. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Rather, it became worse. Talking about promises made and never kept that could have impacted, in the lives of millions of people, even if that should be the only good thing they ever done, but they will make it worse. Do you get that now? So, people said this cover up, Maiyegun. They are trying to cover up all the crimes they have committed in Niger Delta. And I said, what crimes? It's always been a crime scene, like everywhere else in Nigeria. They said, no, Maiyegun, the crimes in Niger Delta, the oil theft against Nigeria and Niger Delta, which is so coordinated and has the backing of those in government. Maiyegun is monumental. If people are really probed, if the brains behind all this stealing are really probed, I mean, Maiyegun, seriously, people are going to be hanged or shot at close range for the crimes they've committed against you. that is still shouting one Nigeria. I said, tell me about it. He said, Maiyegun, come on. Haven't you been one of those who have been telling us and exposing and reminding us that from just 50,000 barrels of crude oil that are being stolen every day in Nigeria, they have escalated that now to beyond the 750,000 barrels in a day. Maiyegun, that is huge. No ordinary person, no just ordinary person will walk straight into the den of Niger Delta and then, commandeer a huge vessel or huge vessels and begin to steal oil. Maiyegun, think about that. The oil theft in Niger Delta escalated when APC, Egbekegbe, came in. Rather than their usual way of sharing the oil rigs and exploring and stealing them, they have escalated that to tapping the pipeline that are supposed to be carrying the crude oil and taking the crude oil from the extraction point to the transatlantic, wherever they are taking them to go and set them off in Nigeria, in Chad, in Niger, and all those places where they would never even remit a kobo. You will begin to ask, how much oil did we sell today? You have no idea. There's no way to find out. And whatever they give to you is simply bollocks. You know what I'm saying? So it became worse. They said they are trying to cover that up. How could bunkering, stealing of crude oil in Nigeria, increase by over 500 to 600%, nearly 1,000%, in a space of 7 years, without the Nigerian Navy saddled with the responsibility of protecting and guiding the Nigerian water, and they are not aware? Do you really believe that the bunkering figure, stealing of crude oil, increased, and the pumping, the crude oil being sold by Nigeria decreased from 2.3 million barrel in a day? That decreased down to 800,000 barrels in a day. So, which means when the bunkerers are making a kill, you Nigerians, you are being strangulated by the rogues that will never be that will never take responsibility for their action. So think about that. You get that now? 750,000 barrels of crude oil being stolen in a day. And Nigeria couldn't meet up even the OPEC quota. Oh, Nigeria is an oil producing country. Oh, if Nigeria can guarantee that, the OPEC will receive at least 2 million barrels every day from Nigeria, that can help, stabilize, how they do the oil market, Tabi. So if Nigeria is not showing up, other people will have to hop their price in other stuff. But Nigeria have nowhere to show up. Other African countries, Angola and few places, they overtook Nigeria. Guess with how many production? From their own patry, 350,000, 400,000 production every day, extraction every day. The Angola jumped to what? To over 1.8 million barrels every day. Now that's a spot that the giant of Africa used to kind of be kind of above, but now far below, which further reduced the access to your Forex, which further helped in crashing your naira. So you, who is probably a millionaire, you're supposed to be a millionaire, right? Let's say you have 10 million. I mean, some will say today, the sharper in Nigeria, if you see anybody that has 10,000 naira in their bank accounts, they will ask you, Omo, you they do Yahoo or you they do ritual? How you take get 10,000 for your account? Where will they see this money? Yeah, that's how much chapa explanation, even though when they have a lot. But that's not where I'm going, okay? Now, if you have 10 million in your account in Nigeria, 10 million naira, put it this way, 10 million naira before this APC, Egbekegbe, came in. That was 2015. So 10 million naira in 2015. If you have to check at 200 naira, 200 naira to $1, so 10 million naira should be how much? 10,000. No. I'm terrible in maths, but you're gonna kind of give me a bit of 1, 2, 3, like a child, okay? So 200 naira to $1. So that simply means that if you have $1,000, So that's going to be 1,000 will be 200,000 naira. Okay, it's easier that way. So $1,000, 200,000. So how many 200,000 naira are you going to see in 1 million? 5. So that means 1 million naira was $5,000. It's making sense now. So if you have 10 million naira in 2015, that means you probably had about 50,000. Let's see, 5 times 10 times, yeah. That's going to be like $50,000. 10 million naira. That's 50,000. Now, 10 million naira today. This was 2015. Oh. So 10 million naira in 2015. Oh, Maiyegun, waiting I won't come do for UK. I mean, I'm doing fine. I mean, I'm all right. I mean, I'm all right. I mean, Maiyegun, Nigeria is not that bad. So you went to bed. Let's say you went to bed and you woke up and everything is crashed, which means your 10 million naira in 2015, that was $50,000. Today, 10 million naira, let's start again. At let's put it at 700 naira to $1. That's what it is today, 730 naira to $1. So 700 naira to $1. So if you need $1,000, $1,000 will give you 700,000 naira. Okay, so we are talking about 10 million here. So $1,000, 700, so times 10. So $10,000 will give you 7 million. Abi? 10,000, 7 million. Oku 3 million. Owotiku Abi? So that means you have about, another 7 times 3. So that should give you $13,000 or approximately $14,000. That is what your 10 million naira is today. It was $50,000. But we are not spending dollars. Okay. One of the reasons why your naira will continue to crash is because 90% of what you use in Nigeria are imported. And to import anything from anywhere, you would have to listen to the value they give to your currency. You have to change your naira to the currency of that country who want to trade with you, since you don't have anything to back it up. Now, look at it this way. From $50,000 where they make you the figure in 2015, and they told you they were going to make 1 naira $1. I mean, come on. That would have been great, wouldn't it? But they made it worse. So your $50,000 of 10 million naira 7 years ago is now a paltry $13,000 or $14,000. Yeah? And it's going to get worse. Your 10 million naira is still going to come down to just maybe $1,000. I mean, there is no prospect. Not that, people will say, why are you wishing Nigeria bad? Nobody's really wishing. You see, nobody wishes Nigeria bad than the rogues that you call leaders. Their actions, their everything is not any of those you can say wishes a country or a people well. They don't wish you well, but you are so dumb. Those of you supporting them, you are so dumb to even see that or even think. I mean, who make a country worse than the people who have a chance of making it better, but they choose not to? Who? You're going to wake up one day and your $50,000 will become $1,000. I mean, sorry, your 1 million naira will become $1,000, and then you will still be here hoping. Now, so Zimbabwe people, they hope. I mean, we believe in God. God is going to surprise you, Maiyegun. I mean, hope is here. Prosperity is coming. Asiwaju is going to now they are bragging. They've done well for you. I mean, we've done well for you. If not because of us, all of you go down turn to Bara, Bambi, Allah here and there. Really? Health is here. Abba. Bros, as educated as you are, have you ever thought about that? That if something happened to you right now, I'm asking you this honestly right now, okay? I'm not trying to probably change your mind. Don't change your mind, D. Listen, change your mind, dear. May I tell you, say, may you no choose the poison, we go eventually show you where you belong. Abba, I am trying to save my own head too. You know why? The criminals you are supporting and proposing and the rest of that, who are giving you this false hope, they don't believe in what they are telling you, and you know that. So if you choose your poison and it kill you, I'm just trying to make sure that when you choose that poison and they kill you, now only you the thing kill. I mean, I'm not trying to change your mind. Change your mind, dear. You are trying to make me not to vote for Asiwaju. Me trying to not. I've gone beyond that. We don't pass that stage now. We are at the stage of forward but don't point fingers later and say now Rogun ya alone share our colon share at village. All those things no go really work. I'm not begging you. I'm not changing my mind, dear. God forbid bad thing. Change your mind, dear. Health is here. If they say, if something happened to you right now, you watching me now, let's be honest, yeah. They can say, we don't know what happened to Egbon Kunle, Sake. We don't know what happened to Sake. They say, we'll go bring another 300,000 naira for blood test, yo. Let's say something happened to you right now. Can you, in all honesty, quickly jump into a private jet and quickly dash down to the UK, where you won't need to pay 300,000 or do fundraiser? Can you? No, you can't. I'm not going to try because it is called rhetorical question, a question that already has an answer. I mean, question that has answers. Okay, so you know you can't. Here is another one. Hope is here. Health is here. If something happened to you right now, you watching me now, I know you don't like me if you are Tifnumbu, Lagos, Abobaku, and the rest. I know you don't like me. I don't like you too. And I don't pretend. Now you they pretend. Coming here to say, hey, why are you not doing balance? Check and above for you bagini. You feel blue. She balance if when you weary. Bulletin she balance last I love I want weary. Now you they come here, come they look for balance. Maiyegun, you don't need to be that's impossible. We don't like ourselves, let's be honest. But sometimes we tell ourselves, all the times, I tell you the truth. But sometimes some of you take the truth and you digest them and you're like, man, it's true. If something happened to you right now, watching me, and you are no longer here. I don't want to say what, let's say you are just no longer here. Okay? Let's say Nigeria don't happen. Something shall happen, everything shall, you're no longer here. You still have, maybe you have a family, your wife, your husband, your children. Oh, your siblings too, because many of us who are firstborn, many firstborns in Nigeria, we were raised to be responsible for our siblings, including if some of us will have to drop out of school to go and do extra work to send our siblings, you know that stuff. Firstborns, we were raised like that. So if you can't get married, today they say, make I advise you. If you want marry in Nigeria today, as a man, no go marry any firstborn daughter. As a woman, no go marry any firstborn or first son. Him be the olori ebi, she be the olori ebi. If you are not strong enough financially, don't go marry firstborn of another family. You know that stuff, because it is like the situation in Nigeria has made marriages, relations, and many of them, some of them to become transactional. If you marry first daughter of any family, our brothers, our mom, our dad, everybody around them, no come back here and come they complain that they are making too much demand. We were raised to be like that. Don't lie. Yes. I know you are living abroad today. Some of you cannot even drop the habit. I still send money to the relatives of my own people in Nigeria too. Because I have to. They will ask. And you are expected to. If you are capable of. Don't go marry for husband and come they complain that he's taking care, he's sending too much to his family. He's raised that way. Because it is Nigeria. And that is what they have done. So now, back to the question. If something happened to you now, starting with your immediate family, your wife, your children, you can keep all the extended. Now, rich people, they say, how are you? You get what I mean? If something happened to you right now, do you think, I don't know your role in their lives. So many people, Nigeria has done has destroyed so many relationships. The other time somebody was here, a member of this Temple of Truth, and he told his own truth here. He said he promoted, he voted, he campaigned, he spent his money, he was working for this APC. He lost his job. When he lost his job, they were offering him N-Power job that they announced to everybody as 30,000 naira, but they are giving it to them for 10,000 naira. In public, it's 30,000. In private, it's 10,000. They didn't even pay them. The guy who was like somebody waiting on his own before APC came, lost everything. They couldn't give him a real job, and that affected his relationship. It affected his family. He's still alive, probably still checking on his family and his children. But the relationship, the love got affected. That's what Nigeria did. So now, I'm asking you, if something happened to you now, do you think the people you love, they can survive what Nigeria is going to become? Be honest, though. And if honesty no dey your blood, no wahala, Nigeria will remind you. Trust me, there are people who knows. Nigeria will do his job. It's just what it is. That's why we are saying that no matter how much you are so in love with the narrative of a possibility of saving Nigeria, I mean, give it a shot, keep giving it a shot, or you will continue to get the same results. And I can tell you, it's probably not going to be that too long again before you realize that no, this is just nonsense. But the people who have access to the healthcare outside Nigeria, they are back and telling you that there is health. And you believe them. Or you want to believe them. I mean, before I came on, as this report, they said that the Old Rock, Old People's Home, Old Rock, they are adding extra 365 million naira to the budget of over 4 billion naira, budgeted for the Old Rock Clinic. And that's a place where the president, his family members, the workers in Rock and the rest of the place should be accessing first-class presidential medical care. A medical facility put in place with billions, and every year they keep renewing them, even when they don't use them, because the money, come on, goes into private pockets as well. They never really, use them for whatever they budgeted them for. Now they add into it. Now you, that is healing yourself and curing yourself of every medical challenges you have experienced, and you've survived so far, until you probably won't be able to survive anymore. Yeah, Agbo won't cure all of that. Things that Agbo is curing for you, energizing you, Hale, Awopa, Alfatua, and the rest of that. Those are Jidewe and all those things you are mixing together. Aphrodisiac. They are not going to save you all of the time. Listen, when they finally come calling, when the whole thing finally kicks in, and you realize that your health challenge is about to make you poor, and you can no longer hide your hypocrisy, then maybe the reality will set in. Like I said, those who are giving you the hope that you are using to deceive others, one of these days, you will be honest with yourselves. Even if you are not going to admit it in public, I can promise you this. For free, you would come back to it. So let's go back to that environment. There's a clip here I want to share with you. I was telling you about Tumpolo. Like Nigerian Navy, Nigerian police, Nigerian the civil defense. They have one they call the civil defense. Okay, Nigeria has the equipment to survey. What do you call it? To put up a surveillance, so to say, or surveillances all over the Nigerian water in a way that they can guide and protect the golden goose that is laying the golden eggs. But no, Nigeria is Nigeria, for goodness sake. Why would they want to protect this for the interest of all? Cut down their borrowing, strengthen your currency, create jobs, empower, and boost your economy enough that no, that's too much. That would be so positive. We'll give people the life that they really deserve. And who told you they are complaining about the life we gave to them now? They're not complaining. So why should we be bothered? So then let's act surprised that people are stealing Nigerian oil. And when we found a vessel responsible, at least for the first time, caught with the crude oil, let's destroy the environment more by burning the evidence. Does this make any sense? People are stealing millions of your crude oil. Yeah? They are doing this and nobody detected for years. It became an industry. Then suddenly they hired a new naval militant, Tumpolo, and he started discovering all these places. Now we need to know those behind this, how much money they've made. Hold them responsible. Nah, that would be too much. I told you that nobody is capable of bringing this kind of vessel into Nigeria without Nigerian government knowing, or the people that are supposed to keep your sea safe without them knowing. Now, it is not just a rocket science, okay? Now that we are digging further on it, or more exposés are coming out, but they will never give you names. Listen, the only evidence they have that could give an answer, a lot of answers, to where this ship has been to, how many times it's been to Nigeria, and how many times it's lifted their crude oil. All these data are inside that ship, right? Well, guess what? They burn them down. APC, Egbekegbe, they are burning evidence. Burning evidence. Now, so they discovered 194 billion cocaine, drugs in Ikorodu, sitting dock, waiting for them to come and get it, or come and catch them. And the story is that we captured the 4 people there. They are the one in charge of the drugs. That's it. End of story. Where are the drugs? Oh, we've already destroyed them. We don't want to keep them because they may come back and steal them. So that's why we destroyed the drugs. Nigeria, burning evidence. Hey, we thank God. Yes, They are doing a great job. They just burn everything. Why are they keeping it? Why would they keep the drug? So that some people will go there and cut small and they'll be using the drug. That is the mentality of the on-boot slaves in a country like Nigeria, where criminals are in charge. And you see, that's the future. Somebody said environmental destruction. You think they care? And I was talking about people who spent, they said they spent 1 billion. They gave contractors 1 billion to help them clean the Ogoni land and all the Niger Delta land where they are experiencing oil spillages. So, and they are there flaring gas when they're extracting crude oil. And that's in the they have this, what do you call it? Hose like that. And it will go up, it will be like and it burns 24/7. You see that thing? When you see oil rig in Nigeria, and you see one pipe will go up like that, where they burn. You see that what is burning? That is billions of cubic of gas that could generate electricity conveniently 24/7. They are burning them away. The environment already. If you go to Port Harcourt, if you go to River State, they have a problem there. They call it a sooth. Sooth problem. Now this dark thing on their sky, they are flaring gas 24/7 from God knows how many locations in Niger Delta. A wasteful, useless, crooked criminals in charge of your destiny, and they can do anything. Burning a ship with a 5 compartment filled with crude oil, everything will leak straight into the water, and the stream will carry it, and the water, contaminate is a normal thing. Fishy or anything like, anything like what do you call it? Fishing, natural, even the natural environment where the fish are supposed to be in water, whether you are catching them for food or they are just there as natural habitats. Creating the ecosystem, helping you to live longer by breathing fresh air. Here, no be only Boko Haram they kill you. No be only what is they call them? Corruption they kill you. Listen to me. The kind of air you breathe, the kind of air we breathe in Nigeria. I used Port Harcourt as an example. Air pollution here and there, and all of that stuff. Now, gas flaring in Niger Delta is killing more people in Niger Delta than what the number of people that are being killed by terrorists up north. But because Nigeria no get data, hey, we know I'm not so well again. I don't know what happened to me. Akpan don't die. We take kill Akpan. We don't know. The guy just sick for a few days. We don't know. Meanwhile, many of you are walking about, and you are already cancer patients due to this barbarity nonsense going on in Niger Delta alone. When they catch fish, he said, I want to eat fresh fish. Fresh fish from the river in Bayelsa, that they get them for here and there. Your aquatic animals in there in your water, they are feeding on the carcass of crude oil, contaminated water. That's where your fish are living. Those who are catching those fishes and you are buying them and cooking them, you are eating cancer agents, cancer carrying food. But you probably don't know. You see all those things, all those gas flaring in the Niger Delta alone, right? When they go up and they come back, and you see soothe, and you see that, I don't know if you remember this when we do biology for school. There's something called, is it called photosynthesis? You have to help me here, because I think that was like about 20 years ago anyway, or 21 years ago. But I still remember, Sha. You know what I'm talking about. Photosynthesis, I'll be waiting to call them. And now photosynthesis or something like that. The evaporation of, water from the ground. When it is sunny, it sucks the water from the ground and it takes it up. Then it becomes cloudy. And when it becomes cloudy, then it rains. Cloud, rain. Now, when it rains, everything that is hanging in the cloud, the one that they call heaven, heaven, or this heaven. I'm going to heaven. Don't worry, I'm not trying to take a dig at your religion or belief. But I'm saying this cloud you see up there, they are cloud of water. And in it, everything evaporated from that soil and all that they are there. And they will begin to drop whenever it rains. Acidic water, destructive, cancerous water are most of the rains that are falling off from that sky in Niger Delta. Ask scientists to. I read them somewhere, and it's true. Many of you are not paying attention. They are ruining your environment for their greed. They are destroying your environment for their greed. This destruction is shortening your lives. You are asking yourselves, our papa used to grow old. I don't even know. Maybe not because of the food we eat. Of course, it is from the food you are eating, including the water you are drinking. The one that normally a responsible country, seriously, a responsible country that knows the damages that this is going to cause to your health, they will not have to set a ship laden with crude oil, set it ablaze. That is not fighting crime. It is called cover up, and there are consequences for this. You are probably not aware of them. You're asking yourself, the guy just sick. Young man, he's just 42. What happened? You have no idea. No, you don't. You left Nigeria. Oh, after 2 years, you started feeling like you are just suddenly feeling sick. They run a test. They say something is wrong with your blood. Something is wrong with your system. And they couldn't even figure it out. Figure it out and say, what could have been the problem? Where could this be coming from? I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't this. I don't that. But now I have a problem. Now, look at the area you are coming from, the environment they have created. And a lot of people who have no idea what is wrong with them. They run to churches. They run to mosques. They run to Babalawo, Mamalawo, Brotherlawo, Auntilawo, Unkulawo, and every other Lawo that is out there deceiving them of the source of the problems that they have no clue. And if you have no clue of any problems, right? Listen, just blame it on something. Make them curious. Somebody is after your life. I can tell you this, even if they carry you go America, you know, for cure. But there is this holy water. Then you see people who are cancer patients. They are drinking holy oil, holy water. They are drinking on two because somebody, a quack, an idiot, who can read Bible. There are so many ways who can read Bibles, by the way. So don't make that. I'm called by God. Nigeria is a hell on earth. If you understand how this whole thing are connected, I swear to God, you will take my solution, break it up, and save lives, give meaning to lives, and stop being and breeding ignorant people who are going to just be numbers, statistics, just numbers, figures. How many people died there? 39 people die. Waiting kill them. We don't know. Nah, evil people, village people kill them all. Something is drinking people's blood in this community. And we must all fight together and end the thing where they drink our blood, yeah. Young people just they die. Waiting. They say, because of the umpomeri, or because of the drugs, because of no, come on, man. There's so many things. But think about these ones and then put that into the perspective. Because why would you burn why would you burn a vessel, an evidence of crime, for the first time? You have something you can link. It's not the only one. You have something you can link. So the oil theft in Niger Delta, the environmental degradation in Niger Delta, and all those things that we have been talking about. People got killed for asking the government to do the right thing by protecting the environment. They're out there with different caliber of people, right? Telling the whole world that Nigeria needs help because Nigeria is doing something about the environment. Oh, the climate change. Hello. Sometimes you should relax and ask yourselves that how long do you think these whole lies will take you? Before you get tired of them. Like they say, doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result is just symptoms of insanity. They say, Larry, if you are watching, you are the one who keeps reminding us that Maiyegun, doing something again and again and expecting a different result is just a symptom or symptoms of insanity. Now, when somebody came out and a psychiatrist came out and said, over 60 million Nigerians are mad, I was like, oh, Larry, you are a doctor. It's not hard to tell. I mean, how could people not ask and be so conscious enough to see the damages these guys are doing? And they continued to shout, amen. I remember this. I mean, just a refresher, by the way. Nothing much.
And give solace. Pray to God Almighty to console those who suffer some disasters across the country in flooding, those who might have lost their lives, and many of them that are in hospital. We pray that God will heal. He is the healer. He will heal all of them. Let me say thank you to our men in uniform for the peace we have so far, the recent great news, the release of those hostages on Kaduna train disaster, and many that are still praying for release. Freedom is sweet. God Almighty will give you peace and freedom, and will give Nigerian peace and freedom. To you,
God is not a politician, and God will not do what man can do. Politicians are actors. If you believe them, you are mugus. Very simple and straightforward. You see, all I just said, including this flood, this flooding that is, ravaging everywhere. When you look critically, the failure of the criminals and their continued cover-up, when you look at the victims, you see PDP, you see APC, you see those who died, you see PDP, you see APC, you see those who don't even believe in any of them. They are victims. Now, there your head supposed to start thinking. Now, there your head supposed to start to get correct. Put it that way. Now, there your head supposed don't they get correction and say, Omo, should not be say I'm mad like this. We be say every now and then I keep speaking out for the criminals who actually have no clue of what they are doing other than their selfishness. Remember that. So I don't hate people. I just want you to at least, even if you are mad, I have seen mad people. When I was growing up in Odogbolu, we have different mad people. And I know you do have, probably you've seen one mad people or two or three when you are growing up in your own community too. It's only in this country I realized that, Nigeria leaders, past and present, tala le ba je ko da fún yín, àbí bá lọ sọ, tala àárọ̀ ba je ko da fún yín, àtọ̀sọ́ àtàlẹ́ yín ò ní dá kò ní sún wọn, ní kúre. Ọlọ́run, like, say it to them. Ọlọ́run, all of them. Kò ní sún wọn fún wọn. I wish I have something that can actually make that happen. So yeah, kuku jati ku were. We grew up with the same mad people for street. Some people were only just probably out of depression. Some people were out of drug abuse. Some people out of what else again? And now everybody we see with this, we're mad. This one don't go do something. Don't go open something. And you run mad. This one ran mad because is Fico. It know too much book. See, Omo, you better be careful. Me, you know, run mad person. We know too much book. They run mad though. And nobody no get killed. Say, hey, I don't want to run mad though. You better man no know too much book. Oh. They say, Omo, no go open. If you want go do money ritual. And the spirit comes and say, oh yeah, what do you want? And you scared. You run mad like that. You no get killed. So it's the normal thing when you see mad people on the streets, you just get used to them. Mad people. And it's so unfortunate, by the way, that, when they say 60 million people are like that. So Nigeria did that to us. Now, when I got here, I realized that, mental health problem, right? Anything can, a lot of things can cause that. I have people on my platform, right? Who have access to proper medical care, mental health, advice platforms, access to the proper health care when it comes to their mental health, right? So that normal, go see people on the street where we say they go they wear dirty clothes and torn clothes and the rest of that. A system, we're talking about a system, right? Well, when we're growing up, you see mad people everywhere. Now them they chop sacrifices. Now them be mad people, they give advice. Even mad people in the society of Nigeria, it has gotten to a state whereby mad people are now giving people prophecies. Prophecy, they say, another guy, not just that, mad people are now giving people a lotto number. Like they say, you can't have a country of almost 70 million mad people who are not really on the street. But Nigeria, as they said, the psychiatrists in Nigeria said that over 60 million Nigerians are mad, but not be all of them the streets. Here you get. So as it be, they've normalized it enough that the mad versus mad is so normal. The mad people are giving them lotto numbers. Say, labo, when do you think I'm going to get married? And all of that stuff. Say, the 2039, yo. Say, God forbid, I beg give me lotto number, labo. I was a 28, 39, 1005. I say, no, that one, you know that stuff. That's what they have made Nigeria, so to say. But however, because somebody said something, that's why I use that phrase, by the way. Somebody said that, MC Olueron, who finally spoke at the rally they organized for Tifnumbu in Lagos, right? He was asking about the cops. What are the cops of the people who died in Lagos? And, they said that NSAS, well, I have a clip on that. I actually was planning to bring you a package on the NSAS as we are getting closer to the 20th of October in order to do the remembrance of the day Tifnumbu and gang approved the general slaughter of innocent people, young people, by the way, who were asking for an end to the police brutality in Nigeria. They organized and they killed them. I have all the videos, and every year we remember them. So I'll bring that for MC to now come out where the Agberos came out to show solidarity to Tifnumbu. Come on. Yeah. He was asking about the cops. They said people die. Where are their corpses? And I have the video. Maybe I should show you a clip of that. Just a tiny one. And I'll continue what I'm saying.
That is number one. Number two, family in Nigeria. Number three, Nigeria ti lọ bribe àwọn abiyamọ tó ń dájú tó ti lọ bribe wọn ni táàrí rí àbúrò kan àgbáìgbọ́n kan tó máa.
Olofoni. MC, if you manage to see my video, I don't think you ever see my video, okay? We know that, you guys are associated with violence and the rest of that. But let me tell you something. MC Olueron and your crew, and some of you like the Lagos Sabobakus and all of you, right? There's something you should know, okay? This is not just talk, okay? You have no monopoly of violence, put it that way. And the whole thing is that there is no amount of jambler free talk that is going to erase facts. So don't rush, okay? Social media never forgets. You get that now? You might have all your free hand and the coverage, security protection, and every other thing they are giving to you, all of you right now, to commit all the crimes you can possibly want to commit and think you'll get away with. But social media never forgets, okay? We have the clips, the videos from that, the day before the night, from that, the morning of that night, of that day, and the evening of that day when the killing started, including the ones they couldn't take off the social media, the one that happened just the moment after the shooting and killing. Yeah, we have all of them on. And we're going to remind you, I will keep reminding you that those who killed you and denied, and they're still denying 3 years after that, and they are passing the blame of that day on the innocent people they murdered, and how they turned the whole thing around. Yeah, we'll continue to remind you. Yeah, we'll continue to. And the likes of MC Olueron, they can have all their field day today. If he is not killed by the violence that made him, because that's what happened. Remember the last time they said they stabbed him, when he was stabbed. I want to go he don't die, he never die. You remember that time? That was 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years. Time goes so fast. Yeah, it was the time they are fighting to get to make sure that Hambody never comes back. Okay? So they say, they've stabbed him, they've stabbed him. They quickly rushed him to America. There's nothing like Obama Kenje that was, that stuff. So he got stabbed, but there's nowhere to treat him in Lagos. That same Lagos. They flew him to America. But the thing is this, no amount of all this denial or this loudmouth nonsense jam talk and all that will deny that what happened that day. And you will be held responsible. Listen, even Tifnumbu will be held responsible for that. Every one of you, including Bokuwari. But you know what? Only time will tell how far they can still hold you on going forward. So, talking about the depression, the whole thing that people are facing in Nigeria that has made many, psycho patients today, until they see you probably wearing your dirty clothes and sleeping outside, they would never agree that you are mad. But the system they have created continue to pile up the numbers of people. That system is beating and all of that every now and then. And you probably, I don't know how long you're going to hold on. I don't know how long you're going to hold back. But listen to me. There is no any hope coming from anywhere. Okay? When you finish with your charade, you will remember that Maiyegun will continue to remind you, right? That whatever they are telling you, they even have no idea. Now, I think I said that a few days ago. I said, it is either they have no idea of what they are talking about, or they are just like the career, criminals you call politicians who are just doing their normal business. Politics. Just say whatever you can. Say everything. Doesn't mean that you have to do them. And you, who have been the victims of their own irresponsibility, you are there now, wearing your clothes, jumping up and down, and asking that to rescue Nigeria. They even gave Atiku one sword somewhere in Uyo. I don't know if you have seen that, but come on, it's inconsequential. But for today, to remind you, if you are looking for the change of government, a better one, like some of you are saying, from Tifnumbu to all of you, if you like yourself, if you love yourself, just shut up. Because from what we have been told, I know some of you are saying you are preparing for election and all of that. Me, I would rather tell you and keep it in mind that even though you are preparing for election, free of charge, you are not preparing for any election. You are preparing for a revolution that some of you that only, Japa will not be able to even prevent it from being part of. Because according to their books, APC, Egbekegbe, have 22 states. And those 22 states, they are in the bag. Somebody said, nah, Peter Obi, they hold the bag. That's why I said that when they prepare for election, no, you shouldn't. What you are preparing for is the mother of all revolution that I should please talk it at the back of your mind, because anything else from Obi, Abi, is unacceptable. I have more on that later, but I'll keep my shot. I mean, I'll keep my own mouth shut for now until I put on, I turn on the camera, and then the microphone again. I'm thinking I should take calls, but I don't think we are that so many here tonight that would like to. Oh, am I being discriminative now? Okay, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to pop us on a short hold. Don't go anywhere. So when I come back, I'll take calls. Just few ones, then we'll call it a night. And thank you for your time so far anyway. Yeah, that's me.
Unity is here. Diversity is here. Prosperity is here. That's what we come to promote. A nation blessed desire the reward. We, as Nigerians, we are not going to give up. The sign here, the sign on this cap is broken shackle. You break the shackle of poverty, break the shackle of ignorance, break shackle of destitution, break shackle of failures, break shackle of the people, break the shackle of destitution. God will bless us. We will break that shackle. We will succeed as Nigerians. Ours in the last 8 years is being a party that inherited a troublesome nation under the weight of uncertainty. Then we preach change of government. When God has changed, Buhari took over the list.
Man, I mean, like, that's not Pastor Adeboye, that is a president in waiting. President Tifnumbu of Lagos. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun, good evening.
Princess, how are you, ma? Good evening.
I'm fine. No, I love you.
That's great. So,
yeah, I'm just going to pick on a little bit on everything. We'll talk more about the oil theft. One of the things making the northern oligarchs say we can't divide.
Yes.
We can't divide this country. It's bunkery. One of it is bunkery.
They even told me that we get people where they do them from Lagos as well. Now their own slots. They share slot for bunker. Like they share slot for the oil rigs. Strong security for our so much.
Benny. Meanwhile, the indigenous people cannot enjoy the benefit of their God-given resources.
Yeah, they can't.
The kind of fabrication you see on that site, Maiyegun, cannot be done by someone without mad money.
Yes. And good connection, not even just money, real connection, because this one has to go up to the top, including those who are going to guide that for you. It's a serious operation, a racket. And it's not for me and
you. The whole oil theft is a syndicate.
It is.
It's a cartel.
Including the receivers,
I am
including
sure.
those who are receiving
Yeah.
them.
Shell is involved.
Yes.
Yeah. From the presidency to NNPC, armed forces, defense headquarters, oil companies, business mogul. In fact, the involvement of government is screaming right in our faces.
I mean, they are not hiding them.
And this has been happening for so long. It's not something that started today. One engineer, Halles Ney, said it's been like that since '83. So who are the people that has been in government since '83, Maiyegun?
Same of
You're
the
talking
same.
from Babangida, from Buhari, from Obasanjo, from Abacha, Shoneko, Abdulsalam, Jolantan, Buhari, Obasanjo.
Yaradua.
Yeah. So
Same of the same, because it's just like we know.
When we call them thieves, when we call them thieves,
of course.
Yeah, our parents were there acting like they were intelligent. This is one of the reasons they won't encourage restructuring. Yeah, this is one of the reasons they won't encourage restructuring. Should there not be a pressure? Maiyegun, you don't get it. When you pump water in your house, when you pump water, in about 5-6 hours, it should be filled up.
Yeah.
The pressure, you don't understand. So everybody in government, the people pumping, they should all be jailed. Nigerians would be shocked at the names behind this.
I mean, why would they even want that vessel? I mean, we have been talking about lifting the oil. Princess, we have been asking that, I mean, how could they easily lift millions of barrels of crude oil from Nigeria every week and no detection, Abi? Finally, we found a ship.
Do you know I said something? I said something a few months ago. If you can remember, Maiyegun, I called in and I told you that should there not be monitors? That we monitor the ship that enters Nigerian waterways or something.
Nigeria Navy, they are busy wearing white starched uniform, neat, clean, while bunkers that they are working for are having field day in Niger Delta, because you're asking for surveillance. Who should be surveilling other than the Navy in Nigeria? Is that not the job?
That is it. Maiyegun, I want to know. In fact, Nigerians would like to know the name. I personally, we like to know the names of people behind this, so that when I see them at social gatherings, I can walk up to them and look them highball to highball and call them thieves.
You know one thing. There is already an ongoing work on that. I can tell you that for free. Okay. Now, one of the things people are trying to see now is that there is a huge, serious cover-up going on in Nigeria NNPC right now. But it didn't start now. Okay. That is why they plotted to say, oh, we are privatizing NNPC now. It is now the public something company, liability company. Come and buy shares. Federal government will have shares, and then NNPC will now have to deliver profits. And within the first 2 months, within the first 1 month, Princess, NNPC that has been in charge of selling Nigerian crude oil since January 2022 to October 2022. They've only managed to remit one remittance from the sale of crude oil just once, and that was in August. That means 8 months, no dime was remitted. Wait, Princess, within the first month of them saying they privatize NNPC, they've declared profit of nearly $1 billion. Oh, it's a private skin, it's now making money. Nothing makes sense. So
yeah.
Same thing with Tompolo. Navy couldn't discover loading bay. Illegal loading bay.
I was going there.
Oh, yeah.
What 5 billion naira cannot do does not exist. What 5 billion cannot do does not exist, because I don't know why somebody from Borno will be in charge of the oil in Niger Delta.
Because they are the owners.
I don't know why Deltans can't be in charge of their own affair. Every geopolitical zone of this country, we can have something to manage on our own.
Of course.
The northerners can have their animal husbandry and manage it. The middle belts can have their food basket.
Princess.
And let's not instead of this nepotism.
Princess, I want you to now use what I said about the irrigation that could have been built up north with collection of that released water every year from Lagdo Dam in Cameroon. That, you said, that could have helped to irrigate and at the same time greenify northern Nigeria. And like you said, produce food, jobs, and people won't have to so cling on to oil. I mean, you should use that too. Irrigation, that is,
Because I was just thinking pipeline monitoring, oil marketing, oil regulating. It should. They are not meant to be together. When people were saying Maiyegun oil can be tapped while they were pumping it. It is all tapping. All tapping is not cheap. So why are they trying to cover these bastards up? People who want better Baba. Tompolo does not know these people have been there. They've been operating there.
Kilero lead the militancy in Niger Delta. What do you think led to that? They said they are watching.
Commander-in-Chief of rogues.
And now they said
that we've had.
Princess, the militants said they are watching the other people come to their land, take their oil, and they left them in so much ruins. So when they visited Abuja and saw what oil money was doing, they returned back and said, never again. We must collect our share. Their own is to be the Megad, unfortunately.
There's any is there. There's any runaway. The syndicates, should be feeling the heat by now in a very same country. But no, this is Nigeria.
No, you're going to hear
nothing
about
will be done.
You are going to hear about this.
In fact, I triple there.
By December,
really?
2 months to election, you are going to suddenly see a breaking news. Diezani to be repatriated to Nigeria to come and face corruption. Now, every year they repatriate. Every election cycle they send them back to
every election. Nothing will be done. I triple there Nigerians. I triple there Buhari, Obasanjo, Asari, Dokubo. Tompolo, Abdusalam. I triple there all of them to get to the root of this. Their names will be out there. Their names will be there. They are the names of people that you think are. I want to of Niger. You didn't see Babalawo Ife. You did not see him take award. Somebody that stole 80 billion.
It's a total joke that if you are one of those who emotionally attach yourself and hope that something is going to happen, I am not sorry for you, okay? Because Nigeria.
Only God think he be only Nigeria. The minister of petroleum? Where can the minister of petroleum?
Ask him how he's going to handle all of this. He has no clue.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. Baba,
let me take another call, yeah? Thank you so much
Baba.
Tonight. So I have somebody else on the line again as well. Managing our time. Hello there.
Maiyegun General.
Oh, Sonunku.
Sonu barka da ya kake.
Ya de lafiya lau. Lafiya ko.
Lafiya kalau ya gida.
Lafiya kalau, alhamdulillah.
Yawwa. Mata, alhamdulillah, yara. Yara, I tell you, yara, you go so.
So alhamdulillah. So Ahmed, you are back, yeah?
Yeah,
so you saw me just going on there like a typewriter. I don't know why I speak so fast. Maybe because sometimes I just feel like I have a lot to say, and I just then I'm okay,
you are trying to round up. You know.
But you probably
Baba,
pick few things from what I
need
said.
to be calming down. You need to be calming down.
I'll try. There's so much.
Oh yeah.
But, I mean, you managed to pick few things from what I said. So yeah, adios, Baba.
Well, Maiyegun, you see, all these things. Now, who know at the heat? Now, he go dey surprise. See all these oil theft. Share the disawa.
They said that there are some forcemen, that always lobby sometimes to be in charge of them, to be posted to that area.
Make I tell you now.
Tell me.
Make I tell you. You see, when we have been graduated, we have been enlisted inside Nigeria. My first posting, I want this for where I did. One deep. Before I can now move, I go Ijebudi, because na engineering. I go Ijebudi. From Ijebudi, mo shift mi lọ sí Alamala.
Ní Ìbàdàn.
Kí n tó tún wá lọ sí ní Abẹ́òkúta. Before I can go na for Benue, I run my matter before we can go this thing, 13 brigade.
Right.
I do attachments with infantry event.
Right.
So for my unit for 13 brigade, if you see me to already shake again. For there, you go see chief clerk. And when your soldiers they come lobby, chief clerk will put their name.
So they can join. They have a name for them. The squad that provides security for the oil bunkers.
Yeah.
Tell me, Baba.
Yeah. Even this Maiduguri way they see so. He reach stage with the people they lobby. They won't go north east.
To go and be security guard for the rich.
Lobby, they won't go north east. Yes, because they are making money from all those madmen. Now, who knows Sabi the game? Go they run go they run kata. Ain't no go nowhere in the wrong go. But people who Sabi the game, they work their posting. You could work their posting.
Like it's normal. Just work the posting.
Yes.
Where do you want to serve?
You go
and serve in Port Harcourt, Abuja. There's a certain reasons for those.
You go see soldier will be seen a last corporate. Baba now only buruko.
Yeah.
Only buruko, because apart from all this one that they do on shore,
they don't care about salary. I've been told that. There are policemen who say they don't care about salary and all that. Yeah.
How much did they pay?
How much is salary?
A private soldier now for Nigeria, if they calculate with the allowances with every, could you 80,000 naira? Give me 80,000 naira fera. I'm telling you as of now, give me 80,000 naira fera.
$100.
So they need something more. They need something more to add up so that they can meet up, because a lot of people are looking up to them. A lot of people are demanding.
Of course, now as usual now. You know, when somebody said that a lot of people who joined the Nigerian army or joined the Nigerian police, they didn't join because they want to defend Nigeria, or they didn't join because they want to stop crime. They joined because they want to survive.
You join the military. You join the military for different purposes. You join the military to have to protect yourself, as in have that kind of freedom to
sense
do
of
anything.
Protection. Okay.
You join sense of protection. Because if you get uniform, you can do anything.
You feel like
anywhere. Maiyegun, I will tell you as I be sober. Me self, I don't know. Make I bust down. Me self, I don't know matter. The kind matter with me I run, you see. The one where I run, you see. Igbo, weed.
Yeah.
I get certain people will be say, they help them go bring down, come up from bush, help them clear road, carry them reach their destination, and nothing they happen. Go clear road, reach where we go. Me, I go collect my own.
So is that why we see some policemen or soldiers who work with smugglers? So they will provide they will lead the convoy, and they will put on their ID card and everything, and it's like normal, you know.
You see, when I did Alamala, I been enter Benin Republic. I think I enter maybe like 5 or 6 times. I know how much I carry commodity. They could just come that barrack. Hey, one racket,
now let me ask you a question, Ahmed. Let me ask you a question because I don't want to make it look like I'm glad that you have that experience because that's what we want to use right now. Okay. Like personally, personally, right? At what point did you feel like Omo? I was supposed to be providing security or catching criminals.
Maiyegun, look, I tell you, say, Maiyegun, I tell you, say, me, ba. It takes someone with a good heart to do something.
Like at what time did you? Is it when you finally left, or even when you were doing it? Did you see it as well? Everybody does it. I'm not killing people. I'm just doing my normal. You know what I mean? Like, how do you feel? Is it when you left or when you were there?
I was doing it, but this is how they do. You know me, but how we go do now? How we go do now?
Like say you feel like I'm doing something wrong per se.
I don't feel am. Yes.
I mean,
I still dey feel am. Say nǹkan tí mo ṣe yìí, but kí la máa ṣe náà? Bó ṣe gbà náà la ṣe ń ṣe. But I still dey work my way. Say, nǹkan yìí no be for long. Make I just get out.
Like the usual, people will be like, I just want to do it for small. I just want to do it small. Make I just take and arrange things. But most people don't stop.
Arrange things. They don't stop. They don't have that conscience.
What is
I think of all those kind of things. You understand? If that conscience no did there, Baba, you go fail. But if you get conscience, you go. Or if you do bad things, if you get conscience, you don't go take for inside bad things.
Now you know what I picture, Ahmed. You know what I picture? Talking about this now, okay? To make people actually understand the hugeness of this, okay? Is this. Now, Nigeria that we are witnessing today, right? It's not just the destruction of the politicians alone. It's the entire system that encourages the politicians to do what they are doing, the policemen to do what they are doing, the military to do, and everybody that is supposed to be responsible publicly to do otherwise, and they can get away with it, right? So consequences of Sorry, Ahmed.
Yeah. So you see, the thing is, it's just the system like we've been talking. If there is a good system in place, there is no security man that will involve in all this nonsense. No politician.
When you know that you're going to lose it all if you are caught for real.
If you know that if you are caught for real, you will face the consequences. But because of there is no law, everybody is above the law, one way or the other, at one level or the other. You know you are above the law. That is why you see, say everybody they do anyhow.
So
I don't know if you've seen the video of the soldier that was doing.
Back to the bunkering part, okay? We are talking about the collusion and every other thing in there. Like I did 2 days ago, I said everybody's acting surprised. How did they do that and all of that? You had a lot to share on that earlier. I mean, your pals who have been like, they said it's a cash cow, and I know that I've never experienced it.
Maiyegun, some of them now they envy me. As
you don't escape America.
You don't balance. I tell them, say, Baba, you see, military work for Nigeria, now nonsense, rubbish.
So they call it if you know your way. If you know your way.
Yeah.
Which one is if you know your way when you are actually contributing to the destruction of that same system, that same country? Yeah. How is that knowing your way?
Maiyegun, I come here, I joined the army reserve, and I see this. They run power with them. They run with them and they run.
I know they say people where they move with no the America. People where they move for a cook, no the America. They are even like the headquarters of the world. Oh. But you as a soldier, we get experience from Nigeria. They no born you. Maybe you go come they look around for you need help. They can give you clearance.
Maiyegun, for 6 years now, I don't deal with reserve, army reserve. Now by next year now, I just switch back to active duty.
Right.
By God's grace, I just switch back to active duty. So the payment where they even receive as reserve said, soldier for Nigeria, they no born away receive them. But if they don't tell them, they say, no, that is America. How does it make a difference?
How can it not be reciprocated in Nigeria or replicated?
The same salary. See, Maiyegun, what the annual salary of the senator in Nigeria, do you know that it's more than what the president in America is receiving
I know.
every year? But they know they look down and they will look say, you can't compare, say,
They can compare everything good about America, but every other thing, I mean, everything bad about America with Nigeria. Everything good about America that works there cannot be compared with Nigeria. That's their logic.
As in Maiyegun, make I tell you, but you see my own tight pals, my good pals, who they say, all of them, their head don't open. Pay more. With you, they talk, we deal with you. If he boss, we deal. You understand? If he boss, we deal. Everybody knows say everything done bad. I don't go on do keep book who propose.
Everything you see. Thank you very much.
Now one thing go trigger that thing. And that thing is the road. We dey wait for that thing. People dey Maiyegun, people dey ground wey say they go scatter table. Now just that time, now you never reach.
I know.
And when that time reach, Baba, I don't know if you see this soldier in the go past. You see the ammunition weighing type of way. I don't know if you don't see the video, Maiyegun.
What's that about?
Like, I will send it to your DM. Now. I will send them to you.
Right.
I will send them to you now.
What happened?
You go see him. If you see the soldier, he was going on path, and he had a whole bunch of ammunition. He made it. Oh, shady banteba. He was desinue. Was loaded.
Right.
Pass. Go back. She jadi bayi. Because now in Nigeria today, they are selling each one ammunition for around 2,000. Because it would be
one bullet.
One bullet is about 2,000 naira.
So I think I have seen that video. The soldier that is selling weapons. Yeah. I think it's the same, isn't it? He hide them inside.
Yeah,
okay, I think I've seen something like. Do you have the video for it?
That I have the video right now. I will send it to you right away. Away. I don't even send them to you right away. Make I just do this thing. Go send them for you. Sharp. I go drop them for you. Sharp. All those things, me I they get all their.
let me take another call. By the way, okay, Ahmed, thank you so much. As usual for stepping. Stepping by. Okay, thanks so much. I mean, that's somebody who just shared his own experience as well. And if the audio, the video is not a graphic, I would love to share that with you, just like Ahmed is sharing with us. So hello there, sir or ma'am.
Baba.
Babu, how far?
How you doing, my brother? Good evening, Baba.
Good evening, Baba.
How my people?
Everybody is fine. We are all here as usual. How your side?
Our weather done the change. I did, Baba. Our weather done the change small, right? The weather done the change, and if the weather they change, the thing they disturb me.
I just don't want to. I don't know how it's going to be. When the weather changes here in the UK, that's the moment you begin to get under the weather. I'm not feeling fine. And they are so strange that it can just knock you off completely and be like, you that is so strong and agile, you just be so in a vegetable state, and you just turn to vegetable like that. Like say you
I don't know if I want mama put then they call me about the plastic.
Oh yeah,
I get to me.
Let's manage the time by the way, so everybody can hear you.
I really appreciate all your good work.
Thank you.
God will continue to bless you and your family.
Amen, and you too.
You are doing a lot of eye-opener. See, according to what Ahmed just said, and Princess, see, all these things have been happening for years.
And everybody's acting surprised.
Because see, the kind of system is created for us in a family, as in you understand me? Most of us who can't get opportunity, we can't japa early. It's possible to be timbo. So you understand me? Everybody I can begin. And thanks to someone like you, other people they do good job on platforms too. Understand me? Where they create all this awareness, all the information. You see that one of the soldiers thing where I met just talk about. Don't
soldiers selling weapons. It's not new, but it's just that I heard that it's now increasing.
When me I do for your
Yeah. I mean, from experience, Baba,
99.9% of soldiers where I know. And then they help us, they cross motor.
Because it's your line of business.
And then they, Baba,
and they are so necessary. You need to know them, don't you?
Baba, you know what they call them? Ekelebe la man pe won.
Kelebe.
Ekelebe la man pe won. Then they use all this golf too. All this small
golf. I mean, I want to fire one time. Even I get people who say that firewall, they take supply 4 of my friends, their first golf 3. And now golf. Firewall was so popular. Go on, Baba. Tell us.
Golf too. You understand me? See, now them go negotiate with customs for us.
For you.
Make I tell you one thing.
Tell us.
You know, make I tell you what they bring fight between we, the Tokumbo smugglers there, and the customs. Okay, now, I won't cross like 30 cars. Okay, soldier Ekelebe, to booking, the booking motor 30.
Yeah.
If you get there, if you give them like 15 booking.
Right.
And one thing they say, if custom no collect booking, they no fit chop. They no fit survive for all the whole borders with the Southwest. They can never survive. Now me, Romo, tell you. That's something where I do for more than 4 or 5 years or like that.
So you know really them in and out.
You understand me? To my own immediate sister, with them born follow me, go up to today. Now what should they do with that? You understand me? He has about 4 good filling stations inside the business. She's still there into it now. Now woman we go stand in front of custom, they tell you say nothing will happen normal. And nothing will happen. Booking. So when they collect like 30 bookings for us of cars who won't cross, only laughing custom 15. And custom, the custom back go booking 15. You understand me? Then go stand, then go give us time. Time by the share no. To get ready. So by the do Kabiru Lawa. We go moto work a big goal. Everybody to line up. So yeah, moto 35 cross later door. You know more like moto 25 cross later door a few. Moto 15 cross later delay. But as we they cross cars, town drivers and Kogi on car. I want
so you just sit down and pretend. And all of you, the smugglers, you'll be moving them.
Yeah.
Far.
Move. Baba, if all the total amount of cars we're supposed to pass, now like
pass what they expected.
70. Now like 70. I didn't pay 70 or so. 80 law, 90 law. I'm a business no. But there.
That's when they will start working and say, okay, we want to do our job. Abi?
No, Baba, not there. Fight this start. You know, actually, 70 law for booking. Money firewood and back. Tisha on law. Tisha on consular lane. No, job. I will really put some booking. You understand me? If they now bring new controller, through the HLB, they will now tell us, come on.
There's a new
controllers arrive. You understand me? They've changed controller. So we need to go appeal to RAM. Machine learning. This is how it works here. You understand me? Okay.
Meanwhile, he is also expecting you to come and tell him what's going on. He's the new guy. So how is he going to make money?
Baba, coming to tell him, Baba, you are not going there with ordinary mouth. Ordinary
no, I know
hand.
now. I mean, like, you just have to tell him that this is how we do it here. If you do well, you go shop, we get money.
Baba, the new controller has arrived. Okay. And boys, I'm a DAO. Okay. We need to give them. Okay. I'm a funny 1 million naira now. So I'm a package.
Welcome gift. Go for your small stouts.
Iresti. Baba, Iresti. Ruru, wine, to Dallas, to everything. We'll give up. So they'll go give up. So you go down and say, okay, no problem. And your mommy, you people are welcome. Okay. Boy assistant controller. Baba, she meeting. And to buy the head of our own team. Okay.
So what name? Where you are meeting them? Under what name would they give you? Importers and exporters, Abi?
The normal firewall people now.
Oh, unofficial meeting. Because deputy controller will not come and say, I'm meeting with the firewalls officially.
No, I'm not scared. You meet our boys. Our boys,
real life.
Baba. See, once you meet her, they go now tell us, okay, see what's in the app. The controller don't accept. So that on a booking. Then, if on top of one booking, like, okay, 20,000 new booking or remote to okay, no controller, no security, okay, we are 30 on my behalf, it's on 30, 25 now. Okay. But I go imagine how many 20,000, for example, in a day, in a time, with the enter. Baba, me, I don't know control. I will say when in father died for 7 a 300 full load of drink and wine. I will carry give up. Full load. I will carry give up.
And that same guy is going to go on national TV and take a bow. They say he served at Seme border. He did a great job for this country. He served at the Borno border, and they will do like that, like patriotic people, Abi.
Baba, in 2021, my sister, they confirmed to me, wasted day in the firewall business. They catch 24 trucks of Dangote, we then take small gura, and then lead them all the way from Ojaudo down to Ikeja. That is very close to that under bridge. Ikeja inside. Now there the office there. FOU. At the end of the day, everything happened.
Imported rice, the same one they will shoot. They have been shooting and killing a secondary school student at Seme, Waterside and all those places. Seme and all those places.
And you know the worst part of it, I will confirm this to you, Baba. Now, 100% of all the smuggled rice they seize, they send it to the north. Confirmed. I'm telling you. They send it to the north.
Let me take another call. Thank you so much for sharing this with us tonight again.
The system, man. Baba, now go, make we say now go, Sha.
Where we end up with that? When you talk to the north, when you talk to the front and the back, you come back to see, Baba, Nigeria. Now God go help us see. Have you know so? Thanks so much, Irumole. Have a good one.
Najak season now in the rain now. People they just out.
But UK won't close border now. They can't talk to the one make us stiffer.
I know.
And my family never come here. Sadly, but we go see.
Sadly, if you say a student they suffer for accommodation now,
it's so sad. I actually wanted to do a special one on that as well, but I mean,
Baba, this night I guess 4 people we don't call me this night where I like that
for accommodation
with the students where I want anybody link
Baba, they say if you go train station bus stop, somebody if you drag your clothes and say, bros, please, like situation has gotten to that right now. People who are like before, you hardly see Nigerian homeless and all that. Student too, we then do bye for in Nigeria. We take Nigerian student visa, jackpot, come off for the hell, right? They are now here hanging about and everywhere. If you work out anyhow, you see some of them at bus stop. So I'm encouraging every one of us who can be here of help. I mean, some of you know what it is like to just get stranded anywhere in this country. Some people are making money from them. Irumole, if you see people who call you, for the sake of this people who are viewing us tonight, I beg, offer help. As it be so, they don't turn UK to Obalende right now. So if you see anybody on the street, please, even if you can't help them right away, right? Please, if you can see people who can, help us pass the message. Many Nigerians who japa in the last 2 months, some of them are homeless in the UK right now. Irumole, you wanted to say something on that? So I bet that I have lost a room more there. So the clip that Ahmed was talking about is sent that to me. It's a short one, and then kind of the frame is tiny. So look at him. Some said they've seen him before anyway. So here.
How did you get this?
That's the guy's face. Anyway, he's a soldier in Nigeria who have now become who is also the ammunition supplier to terrorists in northern Nigeria. Here, hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Oh, the prince. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm very well, thank you. So, how do you do? They say. The prince.
Yeah, I'm very fine. I'm very, very fine, Baba.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Baba. Thank you so much for analyzing this their political season. You know, but why I'm calling is I'm kind of suggesting that we shouldn't forget of the security threat around us in in Nigeria.
Right.
You know that these guys are brought from Niger and Chad and Central African Republic. They are still in the forest of the south, east, west, and north. Okay, so even while the political jamboree is going on, they are still there. You know, so I'm suggesting kind of that we should be hammering on analyzing the security threat. You know, even as you have been doing before.
Right.
You know, join it with your political so that we shouldn't be carried away with their political.
Prince Jejeman, you have been a follower of MaiyegunsDiary for a long time, okay? Please, please, out of respect, please don't tell me what I should talk about more or less. Out of that respect, you get that now. I choose topic I talk about. If you don't feel the vibe that I should be hammering on the janjaweed in the forest, like you said, right? I mean, I'm not going to dedicate all my time just talking about the janjaweed and you know what I mean? Please respect that, please.
Yeah.
I actually don't work with. Hang on, I don't work with people telling me what topic should be more paramount or less, and you know that.
Yeah.
So if you don't feel this tonight, I mean, it could probably not be one of the nights. You probably, feel it much like, oh, why should we waste much time on this or another? Please respect that.
No, Baba, tonight is excellent. I'm suggesting
no, I won't do that. No, I won't do that, Prince. I won't. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll talk more about topics as they happen, as they come up. Please respect that.
Yeah, all right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's by the way.
No, I don't want a situation whereby people have told me, why are you not talking about Yoruba nation? I mean, come on, man. I'm Maiyegun. Remember that.
Exactly.
I talk about things as they happen. I relate them in order to get people along to know what is going on. I am not going to listen to suggestions about what I should talk about. Please respect that. You are a veteran here.
All right, Baba.
Thank you so much, Prince. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you for
thank you. You know, one thing is that sometimes people can want, people like me for different reasons. All right. MaiyegunsDiary Politico is a platform where if I sit down now and I just want to talk about water, I'll turn on my camera and talk about water. If I sit down and I look around and I'm like, how is this one is affecting people more in a way to further show to you what and this that Nigeria has done and is doing to you in order to further understand why this is not a workable anything. I want you to respect that. I am Maiyegun, okay? I do what I want. When I want. And I talk about everything I want. And majority of the time, I do them for the educational purpose only. Where we can, don't be kind of mono. I don't like being mono. I don't like that. That's why I told you don't ever call me an agitator. if you are looking for those who are agitating and they wake up every day to show to you why Nigeria needs to break up as it is, they call them agitators, as they say. Don't ever call me one, because I don't belong to that category. But if you call me a teacher who just want you to know how okay, I don't want to say that. How messed up Nigeria is and how much of that is affecting us directly and how much you should push back, then you'll find a friend in me. Don't ever tell me what to talk about. I mean, out of respect, don't ever tell me what to talk about, okay? Like, I would disappoint you, that's the point. I don't live by scripts. I live by my own rules. And I pray you respect that, by the way. So, yeah. Thank you so much, Prince Jejeman, a veteran of MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Hello there.
Hey, Maiyegun the General.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
This is Wednesday.
I mean, thank you so much for being patient, because I've seen that you've been trying again and again and again. Some people would have given up right now.
Yeah. No. Because I got why? Because I wanted to pick something. You said something about ecological destroying ecology of our water.
And all that. I mean,
you were wondering.
Mm-hmm.
We were wondering why people doing that. We are students of history. Remember? You remember the building they call Cocoa House at Ibadan?
I remember.
Right?
I do.
What happened to it? They burned it down. Remember Net?
And it was during an corruption investigation as well. Maybe you should add that. It got burnt.
Yeah. Net, they got burned. So it's not new to Nigeria.
Burning evidence.
Nigeria will cut their head. They will cut their head off just to get rid of evidence. They will kill a whole individual just to get rid of evidence. Remember Delegiwa?
I do.
So, you know, I was just like, it has gotten to a point. And one thing that really struck me today was when you were talking and Princess was mentioning all these names. Obasanjo was talking in a church some weeks back or months back. And that fool, I call him a fool because So the man now said, you see, Nigeria is my baby. She will haunt me until Timothy bought Maiyegun lane. Timothy bought the president. No one. Why would somebody like him say Nigeria? You see, Nigeria. He was talking to some pastors,
right,
at a church on a Sunday. I was saying, we have to do this because Nigeria is my baby. I'm like, what?
It's their brainchild. I mean, like, you see how kind of offensive that sounded to you when you started thinking about it. Like, what do you mean by that, right? But it's true. You see, Nigeria you see today, sir, is their own brainchild. Whatever you see going on around today, they are not coincidences. They are not happenstances. They scripted it. Maybe one or two things happened that is kind of out of script, right? But everything else is scripted. Yeah. So that is why they see Nigeria as their fiefdom. They've shared it. Do you get that now? So if anybody says, let us break it, you are asking them to break their inheritance. Now, they see Nigeria as differently than the Nigerians in Nigeria. You know that?
Wow.
That's why it is. So if everybody is coming out to speak grammar, Nigeria of this or that, you are talking about your vision, Abi. Talking about your goals, Abi. That doesn't correlate with the real vision of the real owners of Nigeria. And these real owners, Obasanjo is one of them. So when they fight, sir, there's pandemonium.
Yes,
now,
sir.
When they start their fight, that is when all of us take side. You take side here, you take side there, and all of that. But the losers are the people who take side. But they never lost. The most thing is that they lose territories. They lose control of here and there, but they never lost. Obasanjo is still enjoying everything Nigeria gave to him. He's not lost anything.
Oh, yeah.
Abacha that is dead.
All blocks and all.
His family are still enjoying whatever they got from Nigeria. They don't lose. They just lose a fraction. And they have time to fight and win them back. Buhari was president. He was everywhere, Alpha and Omega. They kicked him out. He lost everything. Abacha brought him back, gave something back. Abacha died. Nigeria gave him a presidency. Now look at the recovery he's got. They don't lose. Now the people where they take side for them, we don't understand that when they talk, they are talking about their Nigeria. Many of you are fighting for their Nigeria, not your own Nigeria. Because, sir, if they ask you to choose your own Nigeria, do you know what? You are going to choose where you come from. It's not going to be the whole Nigeria. And that means you're going to choose that. You get that now? So it's Nigeria.
I'm not even going to choose anything Nigeria.
Nigeria is their baby. If you don't want Nigeria to continue to be their baby, we'll ask them to break it up. And we'll join hands to do that. Until that is done, sir, even Abacha, if he's alive, he will tell you, Nigeria is my baby too. Buhari is collecting award here and there because he's done so well for Nigeria. Kolu is warming up. They will continue to give themselves awards. Congratulations, back handshake and the rest. But we will continue to pay the price for our own.
Who are those morons that was shouting an amen, hallelujah, inshallah, when this man was saying, hope is back?
They are Nigerians.
Nigeria, you know, I was sitting there watching you and I was scared. Like, really people still believe this?
It is contractual, sir. If you are not in it, you are not in it. It's contractual.
Well, wow. Because half of those people say amen. They're not going to see anything in the next 4 years.
Oh, no. You see, sir, you see where they are shouting amen? You see that place where they are shouting amen? It's inside the Aso Rock. Yeah. It's the Akpo, the Aso Rock banquet hall. You know now, me and you, they will never let us near the gates. They are the people who are enjoying it. Sure you get. These are the ones. Listen to one of them who actually speaks on behalf of women. Just for 1 minute before you go. Listen out quickly.
Right by you. Yes, I can boldly say that our party, APC, has done well by the Nigerian woman. I think we need to take the narrative a little away from just about offering you a seat at the Federal Executive Council and things around heading of the MDAs. We've got good representation there, and like I said, we can make it better. But there are issues that affect women on a day-to-day basis. There are issues that affect women. Financial empowerment is one of it. One of the reasons why we have high maternal mortality rates, which is beginning to drop, is the fact that women are unable to make decisions when they should make those decisions because they are not financially empowered. Women have other problems. They wake up in the morning, a mother is unable to feed the child, to go to school and participate in school. And she's worried, how can I get that done? The government has found several.
Hello, sir. That's one of the women.
Maiyegun.
Yeah, that's one of the women.
In a country where the woman was talking about women mortality. In the country where they kidnap a pregnant woman, women, and somebody is, you know what? I give up. I just want to call today just to say thank you, you know, for what you are doing.
Thank you.
I listen to these every time and I'm lost for what. I was just getting upset today, but when Princess mentioned that guy's name, because I'm not going to lie to you, the moment I watched that thing that day, I said, Nigeria is my baby. And this man was sitting and standing in front of the church. Right. Nigeria is my baby.
He's right. Now they say Nigeria is my country. You have no idea. If people actually understand that meaning of Nigeria is my country when you have no real right as a citizen, you're never going to say that again. Like for real. Yeah, officially, we are Nigerians. Let's say that. Officially, worldwide, we are Nigerians, right? But there's
our moved on too much.
In a way, but
Our Momo done too much. Not be juju be that.
It is juju, more than that.
Maiyegun, have a pleasant evening. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good one, sir. So I'll take my last call in a way. So just one more thing before I take this. Okay, hang on. I'll take it. Hello there.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Fatai Musbao calling from Nigeria.
Oh, Musbao. I remember you, and I remember your face, Baba. How are you?
Thank you very much. Because we can contribute to you are really trying. Getting loud when you do, getting liberate when you. But then to Magbo.
And to Magbo. From him, it be force anybody, Lord, because people will still do what they will do, even if you wish they do otherwise, but they will still do what they will do. But it means everybody batting everybody batting she. Everybody shall rántí pé gbogbo ló ní àtúbọ̀tán. Tó bá dé àtúbọ̀tán yẹn bá ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀, káyé náà ká sẹ́lómi tí ó bá wá dá sí. Ìwọ ló fà. Kíní kan ló fà. No. Tó bá fọwọ́ ara ẹ̀ fà, kò dúró ti pé eléyìí ìwọ ló kó bá ara ẹ̀. Lèmi ń ṣe. Mi ò ní power láti sọ fún yàn pé nǹkan báyìí ni kò ṣe àbí kò má ṣe. I wish I do, by the way. Mo wish pé mo ní ro power yẹn o. Kí lè sọ fún yàn pé ẹ lọ ṣe báyìí. And they will do it. But can you come overrate Maiyegun anyway? So yeah, Baba.
And àwọn èèyàn Nàìjíríà dìde ìfọ̀ wọn létí kò yé mi bóyá owó táwọn politician yẹn fún wọn bóyá ń fògùn sí ni o ni ó ń jẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe wọn because kò tiẹ̀ yé mi mo mọ bó ṣe describe ẹ̀ because àwọn èèyàn tó ń fìyà jẹ yín pẹ̀lẹ́ rí kòwókòwé fún fìyà jẹ yín tó ṣe káwọn èèyàn ní máìdí pé àwọn tẹ̀lé dìgbò fi ti rárá ṣá pẹ̀lú nǹkan tí àwọn èèyàn ti rí níbi pátì ṣé òun fẹ́ price ní ká sọ ní tó wọ́n lójoojúmọ́ àbí insecurity ní ká sọ ní àbí bí dọ́là ti ń crash lójoojúmọ́ tó ní ká sọ ní àbí báwọn èèyàn ṣe kú lọ hospital ṣe pé táwọn èèyàn bá lọ sọ hospital owó kékeré báyìí ó ń pa àwọn èèyàn.
Small money tí ó tó nǹkan agbẹ̀mí lẹ́nu àwọn ẹlòmíì bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
èèyàn báyìí ni ọtí ti jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn owó fi síta wọn. Maiyegun ìgbà tí mo ṣèṣe lẹ́sẹ̀ mo ní júlù lẹ́sẹ̀ níṣẹ́ wọ́n á lọ sọ hospital nígbà tí mo ní general hospital ní o. ọkọ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó gbé mi lọ sí hospital yẹn ó ṣàlàyé fún mi pé ara àwọn tó ń ṣẹ́ lọ sí ìpínlẹ̀ fún ẹ́sìkò yẹn pé kán gbé mi kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ pé tó bá gbé mi kúrò bẹ́ẹ̀ kí kọ́kọ́ máa gba owó lọ́wọ́ mi wípé ọ̀hún kan pain relief lásán náà fún mi pain relief lásán náà fún mi nígbà tó ń fún mi ní pain relief mo tẹ kọ́kọ́ kà wọ́n yẹn
fún ẹsẹ̀ tó kán
nígbà tó wà lọ gbé ẹsẹ̀ tó kán nígbà tó wà lọ gbé mi ṣe ẹsẹ̀ tí mo lọ ṣe ẹsẹ̀ yẹn ó ṣàpẹ́ wọ́n ṣàgbé àwọn dókítà tí tìtì mi náà pain relief yẹn náà fún mi ó ṣàpẹ́ ìgbà dókítà yẹn máa dé yẹn ó ṣàsọ bákan pé the young boy ṣàyẹn ọ̀yàn ẹsẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n máa wo pé kinní kan ló di ẹsẹ̀ yẹn mú pé iṣan àti kinní kan bíi gọ́ọ̀mù báyìí pé òun ló di ẹsẹ̀ mú wípé wọ́n máa fọ ẹsẹ̀ yẹn tó bá ti wo ẹsẹ̀ yẹn pé màá tó lọ ṣe another x-ray ní pé 70,000 naira nìyẹn gbowó another one pé 70,000 naira pé tí wọ́n bá wá rí nǹkan tó ń ṣe ní wọ́n máa wá rí ìfọ́ àmì tí kan gbé mi lọ sí Gobi lèmi tí mo gbé dàbí pọ́wọ́ ti ẹni yìí òdodo ni ìyẹn ló ṣe wá gbé mi lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn local tó máa ń tẹ́sẹ̀ sí bí àwọn ìjọ.
àwọn kan wà lọ́nà kíókíó ní ọ̀nà Kòròdú àwọn kan wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn náà ọbẹ̀ lọ́tútù ẹsẹ̀ àbúrò mi kan that was way back 2000 and I think 2002 or 2003 or thereabout yeah.
ibẹ̀ ló wá gbé mi lọ tẹ́sẹ̀ yẹn fún jiná the same thing kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi àti ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́yìn ọ̀kan náà tájọ wà ní ibẹ̀ yẹn tó ti tó ẹsẹ̀ ó ní pé ńgbà tẹ́sẹ̀ òun ṣe ẹsẹ̀ òun náà ṣe níbi ní ọ̀hún àǹkú ẹ̀ báyìí ó yẹ̀ sí ẹ̀dá báyìí ó nígbà tó wá jọ sí ló lọ ọ̀hún àtẹ́ni tó kàn títí tó fi dìrọ̀lẹ́ ó nígbà tó wá dìde pé òun fẹ́ lọ ọmọ àìsàn wá dìde pé dókítà ń bọ̀ kí nìkan òun ṣáà ṣe ń jẹ fún wọn òun ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá sọ́gùn fún ara wọn wá gbé àwọn wá sí ibẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n ṣe wá bá àwọn ṣe ẹ̀sẹ̀ yẹn ṣé ó yẹ káwọn èèyàn ti gbò fún mi pàtì báyẹn ṣá but Nigeria bóyá but bí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi mọ̀ ní pé Maiyegun revolution bọ̀ either people like it or not revolution ó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ṣáá ni.
Musbao, thank you so much. Time here to completely off now, so let's round it up. Thank you very much for adding your own voice to Oshe, my brother. So we will see again. Ami.
Keep on the good work.
Thank you very much, Baba. Stay safe.
Nice Princess.
Mama Abi, Olori, Baba. I mean, anyway, let's share that off one in the comment section. Anyway, so thank you so much, Musbao. So this is where we're going to draw the curtain. So Musbao is sharing his own experience about how the healthcare system in Nigeria nearly ruined his life when he broke his own ankle, he said. And you know, the kind of treatment he got from the same people, the same system that abandoned them. Abandoned them, he said. Anyway, everybody with their own, with their own reality. And when you meet your own reality, please don't excuse it. Don't try to excuse it away by giving excuses for those who cause you that trouble, okay? So tonight, I've dropped my beat. Everyone has contributed their own beat as well, okay? But there's something I want to say quickly just before I go. All right. 10 years ago, I had an opportunity of a lifetime. And that opportunity of a lifetime is that I left Nigeria. It wasn't an easy one, but it gave me an opportunity to see through the lies, the charade, the deceit, you know, the proof, and many other things I talk about in Nigeria. And as young as I was 10 years ago, I could easily decode why we are poor, why we are vulnerable, and why corrupt people will continue to lead us. Also, why the dredge, or should I say, the worst of the worst are those who are indeed represented, and they will continue to do that except something is done. In my mind, I wanted to use my own new reality, new education. Because you see, traveling is an educational, you know that. So I wanted to use that to educate the people back in Nigeria, like minds, and tell them that, they are lying to us. Village people doing you, this one doing you, that one doing you. It's actually about a lack of opportunities. In fact, when the time came and we realized that if there's going to be any progress at all, for anyone, for any man, at that point, I didn't even care whether you are Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, or wherever you come from. To me, I saw through the destruction, the degradation, the dehumanization of humanity embedded as a state institution in Nigeria. And those who are contributing to that rot, they are from everywhere. And I figured out, I said, they are united. Political parties, religion, they are actually like a small screen for the real people behind all our atrocities as a people. So I didn't relax. That is why when you see me, I don't have respect for your pastors. I don't have respect for your imams. I don't have respect for your babalawa, mamalawa, and every other people who have made enough contribution to what you kind of scared of today. The fear you nourish today. The fear that says, if I say that they will kill me, or if I say that they will destroy my destiny, or they will ruin my future. I used my platform. 10 years ago, I started. So that is why it's going to be an insult. Okay? Because throughout that period, I have used every platform I have, right, to showcase what they will never show you out there. I have used my platform to motivate many people who are now your friends now. They are now your streamers. They are now your political analysts on social media, even off social media. Hi, Maiyegun have used this platform to open up the minds of people and tell them that you deserve better. Look at this, look at that. This work here. First time, I spent my years doing that. So that's how I made my name, Maiyegun. So it's an insult. It's going to be an insult if anybody feels like this day, I kind of need validation. When I say validation, that is what people like. That's what people want to hear. Why don't you talk more about this? This is what people want to know. You might think you are trying to advise me. You might think you are trying to in a way, bring forward or bring to fore what you think is so important. But let me tell you this. If you come onto my platform or you meet me anywhere or one-on-one and all that, in a way, and you decided to want to that way, it is an insult to my person. I made my name from speaking against the vices that Nigeria represents, the one that is contributing or has contributed to the division we are witnessing today, from insecurity to economy, to unemployment, to brutality, to corruption, to the tribalism, religious, and every other thing they've put before you. I speak against all of them. You know why? Because the victims of all of this, I don't see them as Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, and the rest. I see them as those who are unfortunately, like myself, trapped in a contraption that is saddled with numerous, endless, unimaginable problems. But these problems can be handled if we get the people to even understand why there is problem in the first place, and also to help the people to understand how much the division within them has not been to their own advantage, so to say. It has been to the advantage of those who are benefiting from your division. So MaiyegunsDiary Politico is a melting platform, okay? It is an insult. Maybe you don't see it that way, but it is an insult for you to come onto my platform and begin to ask me to be whatever you think I should be. I mean, even if you mean well. And I am somebody who doesn't kind of pretend when he's insulted. Seriously, I don't. And sometimes people say it's an arrogance or you are... No. I worked hard for wherever I am today. In a way, I am somebody who doesn't really ignore insults, even if it's disguised as an advice. So I would say you should please respect that. So I choose what I want to talk about as much as I feel connected to that message. And I want you to respect that always. So thank you for your time, for every time and for every evening, for the support and the encouragement, for the advices and every other thing you've done to make sure that it is always worthwhile to spend your evening with Maiyegun. I'm so cool with what happened there, what we have done tonight. And for those who managed to get the message, or those who got them and didn't really care about them, the fact that you spend your evening with me tonight is worth it. So I'm going to say thank you. And I'm going to see you some other time. Until then, stay safe. And keep your eyes opened. Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. MaiyegunDiary Diary Politico. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. MaiyegunDiary Maiyegun #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn làjú.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràgì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràgì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀.